We are now doing Foundations. We are on Unit 3, Week 3. Now, some of you have been maybe questioning, well, in my class we're up to Unit 4 or we're on Unit 5. Well, I tend to go on a roller coaster method, so that means that 1 week is in English and 1 week is in Spanish in the dual language setting. So I'm sorry that kind of covering the lessons as quickly as possible, knowing that we have a population of students that are newcomers that are coming in to this country new, as well as students who speak more than one native language, which could be French, German, Italian, Chinese Mandarin, or Chinese Cantonese. It can also be Spanish and Haitian Creole. So we have a variety of languages in which some students will learn and acquire, and others will take a little bit longer because it depends on each student's individual learning. So knowing that what we did in Unit 1 and 2, it was basically going over lowercase letters and in Unit 2 capital letters and going over all of the phoneme sounds, which are the sounds of each letter. Now, remind you that in Spanish, each sound of each letter, especially in vowels, is only one. Whereas in English, this vowel A may have at least 5 sounds. So each vowel will have a complex of sounds that the student has to master. And it takes a while. So for Unit 3, it's not just doing CVC words like cat or bit or dog. Now that bit, I can make the I go longer by adding another vowel at the end, which would be a silent E. And so that's what we're going to be looking for, as well as our digraphs. These digraphs are also going to be included in this lesson because it helps them to learn and recognize that not every word is a CVC word that sounds with a short vowel, meaning a, e, I, and Now, each vowel can have a sound, an E sound, an I sound, an O sound, and a U sound. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to try to use some of the digraphs, but I'm going to start first with our CVC words. So as I said a little bit before, bit is one of those words that we have been learning and we need to practice. So even though it looks a little curvy, it does not matter. What matters is what we see. If you have magnetic letters, it would be great that you purchase them and use them on your refrigerator and have your child go over the YouTube video with this. If you have a magnetic board, which they do come, and if you saw my video previously about the Spanish one that I did as well as the English one that I did on magnetic letters that are coming from Amazon, and there are beautiful colors of them, you can purchase those as well. All right? In this case, it's a CVC word, and it says it, bit. This is the past tense of bite. The past tense of bite. He bit my arm. The dog bit me. Now, if I wanted to put it in present tense, I would have to add a vowel E at the end. And now, it does not say bit. It says bite. Bite. It still has the CVC formation of sound of segmenting, but this E at the end changed this vowel from a short I to a I. Okay? That is very important. Another one I can do and we did it before, is instead of bit, we did this one, which I knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge. So we did this one. And this one is light. Light. Now notice GH made this a long I. So when I'm segmenting, I'm still tapping 3 fingers, but it's because the I takes G and H together to make a long I sound. Okay. Now, you can bring it back as light, and now I'm going to put it as lit. Okay, now I'm back to the short I. Lit. Okay, now I like the other one that they were giving us as an example. And it was this one. It's something that we wear on our head, which usually is played with baseball. And it's called cap. Well, if I put an E at the end, now it doesn't say cap. It says ape. Cape. Now it says cape, which is what some of you like to play, putting around your neck, say like a towel or something that mommy bought at Dollar Tree, which is the cape like a superhero, say Superman or Batman. Okay, those are called cape. And you still have to tap 3 fingers because ape, that A, this E made this a long A. Okay, so those are some of the examples of we've been looking and listening to. So now I'm going to take the digraph. This digraph is SH, ship, shh. Again, SH, ship, shh, and shh. I can make this word. Now remember, these 2 are together, so that's 1 tap. Shh, I, p, ship. Again, shh, I, p, ship. All right, so I'm going to change my digraph. Shh, and I'm going to put this one. CH, chin, ch. Again, CH, chin, ch. And in this one, the digraph is ch. So it's ch, it, p, chip. Again, ch, it, p, chip. And that is also tapping or segmenting a CVC word because the digraph is 1 sound. So now, one that we have to practice is TH thumb. Th. Again, TH thumb. Th. Look at my mouth. Th. Now, for somebody who had a speech impediment like I had when I was in school in kindergarten and at the age of 4, I understand and I comprehend and I empathize with those children who have a very hard time speaking clearly in Spanish or English. Spanish, we don't have a digraph like that, but in English we do. So we practice it. And I loved what we did last week when they were on iReady. And some of the children who were trying to blend, I liked that they were using a rope in the video. And they had a set of letters. And all they had to do was listen to the word and then try to put those letters together. And I've noticed that they were always putting the vowel at the end. So I was telling them, remember, the vowel goes in the middle, not at the end. So the word, I'm going to put the TH to the side, was this one. This was the word. And they had it like this. Okay? So I told them, remember, the vowel goes in the middle. So they had to unrelease those letters from the rope. They put the P, and then they put the E, and then they put the T. And guess what? When they pressed done, the rope made a knot and blended those letters. So they had to sound out p, e, t, and then blend them. Pet. And one of the kids got it like that. And I was so happy because then they gave them this one, which was a rhyming word for them. And it was v-et, vet. And I love that they were able to do that as well. So it's interesting how iReady has it on video, and we have Fundations, and we do it on YouTube to get you to be familiar with it. Going back to TH, thumb, th, we need to practice this one. It's called the, and it's what they call a sight word. It's very difficult to remember because in Spanish the T has a sound but the H does not. It's just silent. And then the E has a different sound in Spanish. So it was a little bit confusing for some of the kids. So we had to practice and practice and practice. The other one we had was this one. The is this. It's supposed to be it. So it's this. Okay? But if I was to separate that and make a sight word as well, then it would say is. That's why you heard me say this. And it's because I was thinking of is. So you can make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But what makes it better is to practice, because practice makes it what? Perfect. And so that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to put my TH back. And now I'm going to use not the magnetic letter board, but the writing board or the Skywrite letter board. And so now we have this side of our board. And we're learning how to take dictation. We're learning how to take what? Dictation. So the teacher has to say the word, but I like to segment it, then blend it, and then say the word, because it takes a little bit of time for those who are learning English to get it. So the first word we're going to do is quiz. Quiz. So we do is. Quiz. Again, is. Quiz. The word is quiz. So I'm going to write Q-U Queen Qua from the plain line down to the worm line. And you have to make that little hook backwards because that's the Q. Then you write the partner, which is U, and then you write I and Z. So Q, I, and Z stay between the plain line and the grass line. So the only one that comes down to the worm line is the Q. All right. The next word we're doing in dictation is vet. Again, v-et. Vet. Again, v-et. Vet. So let's start with vet. Vet starts on the plain line and goes diagonal and stays from the grass to the plain line. Then we do E, which means you're going to start in the middle and between the grass and the airplane line. And then T. So T starts on the sky, comes down to the grass, and goes across the airplane line. All right? So then we have quiz, we have vet. Our next one in dictation is tug. Tug. Ready? T-ug. Tug. Again. T-ug. Tug. And here we go. You start on the sky, come down to the grass, pick your marker up, go across the airplane line, and now we do U. You start on the plane line, come down to the grass, go up again, and then comes down with a straight line to the grass. Now the G, you start on the plane line and go around like a O. Then you come down on a hook to the front, touching the worm line. Okay? Touching the worm line. All right. Now we're going to continue our dictation on this side. So you still have space, but always try not to squeeze your next word next or too close to the end of Z or T or U. Okay? So this one is bat. Again, b-at. Bat. Again, b-at. Bat. And so we do b-a. Did you notice I left a space? If you need to, you can put a finger space. But since I already know how to make a space, I don't put a finger. But you, when you're learning, you should be making a space. Sorry, my fingerprint erased the G. So now we're going to the next CVC word that we're taking in dictation. And this one is dog. Dog. Again, dog. Dog. That word is dog. Now D has a bump on the back, and then the O stays between the grass line and the worm line. The grass line and the plane line. And then the G, yes, touches the plane, touches the grass, makes a circle like a O, but then makes the hook on the G down to the worm line. So G makes the worm line and Q touches the worm line. All right. Now we're going with another CVC word. This one is yet. Yet. Oh, I'm going to do yes. Ready? Yes. Yes. Again. Yes. Yes. So I'm going to write the Y, and it starts on the plane line, comes down to the grass line, and then the next part of the Y starts on the plane line but goes down to the worm line because it also touches the worm line. Then you have the E between the airplane and the grass line, and then the letter T. Starts in the sky, comes down to the grass, pick your marker up and go across the airplane line. And there you have yet. When you are practicing, you have to make sure that you are doing it very well, because practice makes it what? Perfect.